everyone, it's your girl Layla. Welcome back to my channel.
No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and
Okay guys, so in today's video, I'm going to do a what's on my phone Huawei edition. I talked about this in my what's in my Samsung S23 Ultra video. I said I was going to film one for this phone because I still have it and I still actually use it from time to time. I'll get into that in the video. I'll tell you why I still use it and why I basically use two phones. There is a reason for my insanity, but I wanted to also talk about the phone, do a mini review, and tell you guys if I think this phone is worth it in 2023. Okay, so this phone actually came out back in 2019, so it came out a long time ago, but I feel like this phone was ahead of its time. So when I got this phone, it had the best of the best camera, and that's usually the reason why I buy phones, is for its camera. So right now I did buy the S23 Ultra for its camera because you can take amazing moon photos. The video quality is really good, and so is the photo quality. So that is a big reason why I got that phone. Also, it takes photos in 200 megapixels. If you know kind of how to use the camera, then you know with that phone in particular, it's amazing. So I will do a 6-month update on my Samsung, but I wanted to do a video specifically on my Huawei. So yeah, this one came out in 2019 and had the most amazing camera. Everyone absolutely loves it, and I still get compliments to this day on photos that I take from this phone. So I recently made a post on Hike Alberta not too long ago for my top favorite larch hikes, and it was all photos that I had taken on this phone from larch season, from fall hikes and stuff like that. And I got so many compliments. So many people asked me what phone I had, what I used to take my photos. It was all this phone. So do I think this is worth it in 2023? Yes, I do. If you are still thinking about it, if you want to get a Huawei, I really loved this phone, and I honestly don't think I would have switched brands if this wasn't banned in Canada and if it had the Google Play Store. The Google Play Store was a big reason why I ended up switching back to Samsung, because the current Huawei's that are out right now, again, amazing cameras. They have the Leica or Leica lens on their cameras, so a really expensive, really good camera lens. This one also has the Leica lens. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. The new phones also have that same camera and just obviously upgraded, more megapixels, just better, but it doesn't have the Google Play Store because of that whole, I don't even have to really explain it. You guys know what happened with Donald Trump and China and banning Huawei. Even Canada actually banned Huawei, so we don't have this phone anymore, but Europe does. So if you are interested in like the P60, I think we're at the P60 right now, P60 Pro, you can get it from Europe. But yeah, it doesn't have the Google Play Store, and that was the reason why I switched. So that's that. Let's talk about the phone cover that I have on here right now. I just have this really basic phone cover. I need it to fit in my Lululemon belt bag. I just need something small and just able to fit in places where I don't have like this huge chunky case on it. However, this isn't my favorite phone case. It's not that protecting, I would say. Like, it's pretty thin, but it's okay. Like, it doesn't really do much for your phone. It's just a phone case to prevent it from getting scratched. Also, I don't like how it covers the camera cover. Like, it just, I'd rather have this part completely free and open so I can wipe off the lens and stuff when I take photos. Also, don't mind my tempered glass on the front. It's completely destroyed. I've dropped this so many times, and when I switched to my Samsung, I stopped buying tempered glass cases for this one because I'm like, how often am I going to use it and am I going to care? So This is the front of the phone. I have just one of those animated dynamic backgrounds, if that makes sense. Like it's the Mulan character and it's just like animated and cute. I don't have, you know, like a hiking background or anything. Surprise, surprise. Okay, let's start with the screen recorder. So I'll show you guys what's on my phone. Okay, so this is my home page. This is my background right now. I didn't really change the background, to be honest, a whole lot with this phone. I don't, even with my current phone, I don't really change the background too often. I kind of keep it simple. But this is a hiking photo that I took, obviously, of some wildflowers, and I really like how it turned out. Also, this phone background, like I took it myself with this camera, so you guys can already see how the quality is of this camera. I'll show you some photos I've taken with the phone as well when I get to the gallery. Okay, so the first things I have here are the date and time and the weather at the top here. So if you click on that, it'll give you the current weather outside, which is 1 degree. Okay, so the first app I have here in the corner is Instagram. I have this as my most used app. So of course, here is what it looks like. You know, obviously that's what Instagram looks like. If you guys want to follow me, you can. This is my username and stuff. Everything is always linked in the description box below if you're curious. So that's that. I have my calendar here. I have YouTube, which is another really like most used app for me. And if you guys notice the layout of this phone, it's very similar to my Samsung in the sense that I like my apps in a certain order and I like them to look a certain way. So whenever I get a phone, I kind of just reorganize it how this is because that's what works for me. So I have my music app right here, which, you know, I used for a while, like a long while. So I have some songs on here, but honestly, like I use Spotify now, even bother with my phone app, but these are just like downloaded songs that I have on my phone that I don't need Wi-Fi or anything like that for. Facebook, Maps, of course, that is very, very necessary to get around. I use Google Maps and oh my gosh, it's so much better than Apple Maps. If you guys are wondering what's the better one, it's Google Maps. Okay, so this is my gallery. And I still use this phone because of how amazing the photos come out. So this is a recent one from when I went to Peyto Lake, and that is how the, what is it called, portrait mode comes out. See how the quality is on its photos, like it just is great. I just love the quality and how the colors are. So I talk about this a lot. The main difference between this one and my Samsung camera is my Samsung gives you like realism, I guess, like how the colors are in real life when you're perceiving them. That's how the photo turns out on my Samsung. It does make some colors stand out more, but for the most part, it's very much how you see an image. If you're looking at a mountain, that's gonna come exactly how you're looking at it on your phone, which is cool. That's how iPhones are also, but with the Huawei, I feel like it adds kind of like almost a filter to your photos, if that makes sense. Well, not really like a filter, it's more, just makes the colors stand out a whole lot more. So this is a photo I took of a rainbow recently. So as you guys can see, it's very, very vibrant. And like this is a photo of a large tree. It's just the colors just turn out so much more bright on the Huawei, and that's where I get the most compliments on my photos is with my Huawei. So I do take this hiking with me and I still use it just for the camera. And when I'm at home and I don't want to, you know, waste the battery on my current phone, I'll use this to watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. So this is my clock app, and basically I set a bunch of alarms. I'm just that type of person and I don't ever delete them. I don't know why. I just keep adding them. So over here in the corner, in the left corner, that is my phone app or whatever. So you use that to call people. My call logs and stuff are in there, so I'm not gonna open it. The next thing at the bottom is my text messages for easy access as well. And this one right here is my internet. And basically, I love this. I love the Opera app. I think it works really great. Next is my camera. Okay, so we move over one page and that's all I have. So I don't have any more apps hiding anywhere else. This is not like the Samsung where you just scroll up and all of your apps are there. No, with Huawei, you literally have it on your main page, and if you want to add any extra pages, you can as well. Very similar to Apple, how all of your apps are just in one place. Everyone keeps saying that Android is really hard to use. I beg to differ. I think that obviously I have been using Android for a really long time and I'm really used to its interface, but I honestly think it's easier than Apple because you can customize it to the way you want it to be, if that makes sense. So I have a tools folder on the left there, a shopping folder, a food folder, and a Google folder. So we'll go into tools first. So in here I have my contacts, my weather app, calculator, recorder, stuff that I never use. We even have a mirror app. So the mirror app is actually basically like your camera. So it'll show you your face like in selfie mode or something like that. Again, other stuff I haven't used, the translator, tips, notepad, I do use that quite often. Let's move on to shopping. So shopping, I have my most used shopping apps, which is Amazon. This is PC Optimum, Sephora, Stocard, which is really cool. So it keeps a list of all your cards, and if you click on them, it gives you the barcodes so the person can scan it at the till and you don't have to actually have your physical card with you. It's very helpful. I have eBay, AliExpress, which is one of my favorite apps ever, Romwe, DHgate, which again, another one of my favorite apps ever, Shein, Google Play, Wallet, Flip. So Google Play and Wallet, that keeps your credit card on your phone and you can use your phone kind of like to pay and stuff like that. Flip is a discount app that I never really got into, but I have that on there. Food. Okay, so I have McDonald's, Starbucks, OpenTable, Blaze, Pizza, Subway, and Tim Hortons. I don't really keep a whole lot of food apps on my phone, although like every restaurant has an app for stuff. Also, I feel like every restaurant has a app and I just don't want to be bothered downloading them, you know what I mean? I also don't do Skip the Dishes or Postmates. What else is there? Uber Eats, any of those? I don't do those. So I'm too cheap for that. I'd rather just walk and pick up my own food kind of thing, you know? Okay, so this is Google, and these are basically your Google apps on here. So Google, that's your internet. You have Gmail, Drive, so that stores everything. It's like iCloud. Play Music, which is very similar to Spotify. There's a Meet app, which I've never used. Photos, which is again like the cloud. It stores all of your photos on there and you can switch them from phone to phone, which is awesome. Then I have, let's see. Okay, next I have Google Calendar, which I don't use. Play Store, which is like the app store. I know you guys have seen this before. It looks like that. And I also have Rewards, which is one of my favorite apps ever, and it just basically has all of your surveys and stuff. All phones honestly track you, and if you have your location on, it basically goes by location, so it'll ask you questions like, have you visited Winners lately? What did you buy there? Did you buy anything there? Did you pay by debit or credit? That sort of thing. Like, it just surveys, really easy surveys. They don't take a lot of time at all. And then you get Google Play money for it, so you can put that towards subscriptions, videos, movies, whatever you want. There's Chrome, which is like the internet. I'm pretty sure you all know what Chrome is. Sheets, which I never use, and Google TV, which I never use. Okay, so I have my settings app here. I have Heyday, which is one of my favorite games. That's why it's not in a folder. It's out for easy access. That's why I kind of keep the apps that I use more frequently just out of folders, so I don't have to look for it. I have my Outlook app there for my email, social media here, so Influencer, Messenger, Snapchat, Bitmoji, Discord, and TikTok. And then I have a fitness section, which is my most used section, I think. Other than shopping, this is my most used section. So I have Google Fit in here. I have PlantNet, which is a super cool app. If you take a photo of a plant, you can identify it on here. You just, click identify and it'll tell you what type of plant it is, or wildflower, whatever the case may be. I have Relive on here, which is a hiking app. Les Mills Plus, which is a great app if you have a spin bike. Aurora, which tells you if the northern lights can be seen that day, then you gotta run outside and look at them. Runkeeper, which is my most used running app. This one is by this shoe brand, this very popular running shoe brand that I cannot for the life of me think of right now, but I use that a lot. It's very much like Strava. I have All Trails on here, which is my most used hiking app. It has maps and all of that stuff. Connect and Connect IQ are both Garmin apps, so these connect with my watch. eTick, which is an app that tells you if there's ticks nearby, that sort of thing. It doesn't really tell you if there's ticks nearby, but it tells you what people have found in that area for ticks. So it's great for me because I always go out hiking and stuff like that, and I like to know where people find ticks. So I can avoid those areas, or try to avoid them, or take extra precaution when I go to those areas. Next up, I have games. I have the Google Play Games app, the Candy Crush Saga, of course. I think everyone had that app on their phone at one point in time. I have games and I have Game Center. And then in tools over here, I have Airmore, which is an app I used to use all the time. I cannot find it in the Play Store anymore. But this app basically transfers everything wirelessly from your phone to your Apple device. I have an Apple computer, as you guys know, so you can basically transfer things between Android and Apple. This doesn't work great with phones, but this works great with computers and laptops. So there's that. I have Dropbox, I have Shazam, which is, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard about Shazam, but it basically tells you if a song is playing and you want to know what it's called. Shazam. There is InstaSize, which is an Instagram photo editor. Themes, which is specific to Huawei, and it gives you like a theme store basically. App Gallery, which is Huawei's version of Google Play. Let's go into this a little bit. Oh, I don't want to do that. Sorry. There is QR and barcode reader, because this phone, I don't know what it was with this phone, but its camera app would not let you scan QR codes ever. So you have to download a separate app called QR and barcode reader. You go into that app and you basically, scan barcodes and stuff like that. So there's that. Perfect Me is a photo editing app. Smart Switch is basically what I use to transfer files from here to my Samsung. And then movies, I have Prime Video, Netflix, and Disney Plus, and then Spotify in the corner here. And that is what I use for music, of course. So I love Spotify. It's my favorite app. Let's see, my most favorite songs of the moment are these ones right here. And that is all. That's all that's on my Huawei. It's very similar, or very similarly organized as my current phone, my Samsung S23 Ultra. If you guys saw any differences at all, they're very, very slight, but for the most part, I do keep a lot of the same apps and I do organize them very, very similarly when I switch phones, so I'm not like panicking and I'm like, wait, where is this app? Where is this app? Where is this app? And I'm like scrolling to try to find it. So that's all I have for you guys today. I do think that this phone is still worth it in 2023 if you can get the P30 Pro version, which is the last version with the Google Play Store. And as far as newer versions like the P40 Pro, P50 Pro, P60 Pro, I have no idea, but I honestly would be buying the most recent version if it was possible. Like if it had Google Play Store, I would totally buy it, but it doesn't, and that's why I switched to Samsung. So that is all for this video. If you guys are not already subscribed, please go ahead, click that subscribe button below. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
I let you